Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. And peace and blessings to the elect out there that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. Alright, this lesson was inspired by me texting one of the brothers in the Las Vegas camp, Bon Yakanan. And we were talking about different songs, and one thing led to another. We started talking about these movies where they basically tell you exposes the devil, Esau Edom. All right, but I'm gonna start with this song by Colter Wall. It's called "The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie." All right, and I don't want to play it, and get copyrighted and get another strike. But I mean, it's in the title. The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie, and this website, Genius, will break down the lyrics. And so you click on The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie. It says it may well be that this song takes elements from the legend of Robert Johnson selling his soul to the devil. That was back in like 1920s. It says, but the details combine it with the predatory record label companies, successful businessmen with new Cadillacs. And that's basically how the music industry is, man. They're predatory record label companies. It says a definition of predatory, seeking to exploit or oppress others. Now you can sell your soul to these record labels, and what that means is you're devoting all your time and energy working for them. All right. Now you might get a little treats here and there, but as far as liberty, you really don't got any. All right, and there's a bunch of musicians that talk about that, man. As old as Robert Johnson selling his soul. Right here, the summary of the song. Colter has said this song is about the legend of an old blues artist named Robert Johnson selling his soul to the devil in exchange to play the blues. Yeah, and the legend was to take place on Interstate I-61, which runs from Pennsylvania to New Orleans, but where he was is in Mississippi. That's why in the chorus it says, or the first verse it says, I met a man out in the sticks of good old Miss, meaning Mississippi. Yeah, on the crosshairs of 61 and like 49 or something like that. And then, last verse talking about how he regrets it. And, that the story of Robert Johnson was actually depicted in this movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? But this is in the movie, he's a fictional character, just a spin-off of Robert Johnson, and his name is Tommy Johnson. And I'll play this and, get some scriptures. Yeah.
Ridiculous superstition, thank you anyway, and I like the smell of my hair treatment. The pleasing odor's half the point. Baptism. You two are just dumber than a bag of hammers. Well, I guess you just might cross the bear.
Pull over, Everett. Let's give that colored boy a lift.
You folks going past Tishomingo?
Sure, hop in.
How you doing, son? Name's Everett. These two soggy sons of bitches are Pete and Delmer. Keep your fingers away from Pete's mouth. He ain't had nothing to eat for 13 years except prison food, gopher, and a little greasy horse.
Thanks for the lift, sir. My name's Tommy. Tommy Johnson.
How you doing, Tommy? Say, I haven't seen a house out here for miles. What are you doing out in the middle of nowhere?
Well, I had to be at that there crossroads last midnight. Sell my soul to the devil.
Well, ain't it a small world, spiritually speaking? Pete and Delmer just been baptized and saved. I guess I'm the only one that remains unaffiliated.
This ain't no laughing matter, Everett.
What'd the devil give you for your soul, Tommy?
Well, he taught me to play this here guitar real good.
Oh, son. For that, you traded your everlasting soul?
Well, I wouldn't use him. I've always wondered, what's the devil look like?
Well, of course, there are all manner of lesser imps and demons, Pete, but the great Satan himself is red and scaly with a bifurcated tail, and he carries a hay fork.
Oh, no. No, son. He's white. As white as you folks. With empty eyes and a big hollow voice.
He said, no, sir. He said the devil is white as you folks. And, that's one scenario. This is a video that the brother showed me. But yeah, I'll play this one too.
6 months, the whole world gonna know me. I'm gonna be bigger than Cleopatra. It's written in the stars, James. Yes, sir. I'm gonna have the world on a string. And that when the trouble starts.
Now, why is that?
That when the devil come out. And he ain't gonna be red with no fiery tail, no. He gonna be white in a fancy suit. And he gonna look you in your eye and ask you what you want. And you best not shake, nor tremble. You best not blink one eye. You're gonna be ready for him, James. Hmm? You got it inside.
Yeah, that's pretty much the point. He said, no, he's not going to be red with a fiery tail. He said he's going to be white with a fancy suit. That was James Brown, like the story of James Brown. And, it made me think of some scriptures, and, without further ado, I'm going to jump right into them. Psalms 55 and 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, because that's the characteristic of Esau Edom, man. He promises you certain things, and it sounds really good. He was saying how, he was going to have the world on the tip of his hands, but secretly war is in his heart, man. He's using to exploit you, man. He's making a profit off you. Let's see. Let's go to the curses. Ye shall go to the enemy for the want of all things. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Let's get it. Yeah, Deuteronomy 28 and 48. It says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee, And, we have to go to Esau, Edom, and to, whatever other heathens that, Jacob has been scattered under. We have to go for them for, hunger, for food, water, drinks, nakedness, clothes, and want of all things, and that falls under the umbrella of these sellout jakes, man. Going to sell out, basically, to these, whether it be record label or entertainment, media, like, in Hollywood or whatever, they have to go to Esau Edom for that, and this is Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. It says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. And that's basically the summary of, these people selling their soul, man. That's, they're tired of being in that oppressed state, so they'll do anything to get out of it, man, even if it means selling their soul. And I'm going to talk about, exactly what selling your soul really means. Matter of fact, I'll get it right now. This is Mark 8 and 36. It says, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" That's what it seems like, man. When you look at all these celebrities, it looks like they're living their best life, you know. But in reality, they're a slave to the industry. Whether if they got blackmailed by, the elites, the so-called Illuminati or these banking families that own all these record labels. It's rumored in different um, uh, songs, and celebrities have come out and said that they've been blackmailed, having to do all these demonic rituals. You know, um, but even on a smaller scale, if you're just constantly working to try to succeed and go back in the industry, so to speak, you're still selling your soul. You're losing your soul to the world, man. So you can gain the whole world but lose your soul. And that word soul is the Greek word psyche. All right, that's where you get the word psyche from, like psychology. It means the study of the mind. So you're losing your mind just to gain the whole world. you know um, Breath, vital force, which animates the body and shows itself in breathing. A living being, a living soul, the seat of the feelings, desires, affection, aversion. Yeah, you get the point. um People bug out, trying to chase that dollar, trying to get rich, trying to make it in the industry. you know and this has and it's funny because it talks about this. Psalm the 137th chapter. um i'll start at I'll start at 1. It says, "By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yeah, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, Sing us one of the songs of Zion." So this happened, uh, uh, from the moment we got into hardcore slavery. You know, they wanted to make mirth of us, saying, sing songs, dance for us. And how shall we sing the Lord's songs in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Um, but yeah, and that's what you had in the slavery days, man. A lot of Jakes were singing those songs of Zion. Swing low, sweet chariot. Look over Jordan, what do I see? A band of chariots coming forth to carry me home. Israelite spirits. They bear witness with with our spirit that we're the children of the Most High. Because they're always singing about spiritual things. Gospels. A lot of country music. A lot of that started out with gospel music. Folklore songs and gospel musics. But yeah, this has been going on for a while. I'll read this again. Mark 8:36. "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" This dude said, I learned to play guitar. He said, "Well, I wasn't using it." He said, "What made you want to sell your everlasting soul?" He said, "Well, I wasn't using it." So in that case, man, you should sell your soul. If you're not using it to push this truth, might as well sell your soul. Says, "Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in his adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. But yeah, man, if you're not using your soul to push this word in all truth and sincerity, then might as well, gear your soul to gain the world, man. Go after go after the industry. Sell your soul to the industry, so to speak. Let's just get this one real quick. Revelation 3:16. It says, "So then, because thou art," I'll start up a bit. Let's get the chapter. It says, "I rather ye be cold or hot." This is Revelation 3:15. "I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot." So you got people that come into this thing of ours, half-assing this, or in it for the wrong reasons, and they got one foot in the truth and one foot out, man. It says, "So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth," which isn't a good thing, man. I remember a brother, I can't remember who, but he made the point of the Most High liking these heathen nations unto spittle. So if you're spit out of the Most High's mouth, it's being compared to a heathen, basically. So he'd rather you just be a straight up 2/3 in the world, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I can go on and get other examples in different songs about selling their soul to the devil. There's a lot of subliminal messages out there in songs too about them worshiping Satan and so on and so forth. But really, selling your soul is putting your mind geared towards anything other than the Most High. This is John 12:25. It says, "He that loveth his life shall lose it. He that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal." If any man serve me, let him follow me, and where I am, there shall also my servant be. If any man serve me, him will my Father honor. So that's what it's going to come down to is, if you're either serving the Most High or not. If you're, serving Him in all truth and sincerity to, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, praying, fasting, sitting on top of your watchtower, looking for these prophecies to unfold, and, pushing the truth out, man. Giving Israelites, the warning of things to come, doing that until the end. And if you're not doing that, then shit, you already sold your soul, man. You're putting other things before this truth, and might as well sell your soul. Thought of another scripture. This is Matthew 6:24. "No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and Mammon." That word Mammon was like was money, back in the Greek days, I believe. It says, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life." Yeah, there's a point. You can't serve two masters, man. You're either gonna serve the Most High in all truth and sincerity, or you're gonna be chasing that bag, chase the money, So like these characters, man, James Brown and fucking Robert Johnson, sellouts, and there's tons of musicians, man. There's people that aren't even in the industry, selling out and not even making it, man. So with that, I hope this video was edifying. And till next time, shalom.